Hello everyone, and this is Debbie with the Mind, Body, Soul Evolution. So welcome or welcome back. And today we are pulling cards for the full moon in Sagittarius, which is tomorrow, June 11th. So full moons in and of themselves are a time to release and let go whatever is holding you back and to pursue what seeds you want to plant in the future. So this is a really big full moon. So whatever you started 6 months ago, December like 15th or something in 2025. So that phase is now coming to an end. So this is the completion stage of that. So full moon in Sagittarius. That is my sign. So your Saggies are impacted, the most by this, as well as Gemini, because Gemini is our opposite sign. And it is happening in the sign of Gemini. So this is a time to start to explore your passions, to step outside of your comfort zone and to see what is hindering your path for your desires. Sometimes it's fear. Sometimes it's not knowing what to do or how to do it. But there's a huge illumination, especially since Jupiter, which rules Sagittarius, just went into Cancer. Now we have the full moon in Sagittarius, and then we have Friday the 13th, and then the summer solstice a week later. So there's a lot happening. So during this full moon, if you have any energy blocks, mental blocks, emotional blocks, they're all going to come up at this time, and that's because Jupiter is now in Cancer. So that is the invitation to look at your emotions, but to see like how life feels for you. What things are feeling good and what things are feeling a little out of place, and what things are feeling misaligned and what things are feeling aligned. And then what steps you can take if you choose, right, to make the misaligned things feel more aligned, or the things that are not comfortable for you to be comfortable, or maybe it's time for change. And when we talk about change and releasing, generally people get a little upset. Martini is here. They tend to think that if they let something go, that's it. But we know, like, when you make space for new things, and like when you clean out your closet, right, then you make a space for like new clothes or whatever it is you're going to put in your closet. So same thing here. Sometimes you have to go through some discomfort, right, in order to get to the good stuff. I mean, we know after the rainstorm is the rainbow. And everyone loves the rainbow. Everyone runs out and they look at the rainbow and they go, oh, look how beautiful. But you don't get the rainbow without the rain, without the storm, without the things that come in to clear the path for it. So we're going to pull some cards today. We'll do a general tarot reading for everyone. Then I will pull just one tarot card. Martina, you want to say hi? For each sign. So we have the butterfly deck. We have the goddess. No, we don't have the butterfly deck. We have the fairies deck. We have the goddess. We have the divine guidance oracle deck. We have the tarot deck. And Martina is saying hi. You want to say hi? But just don't do that. So let's just see what we need to know about this full moon in Sagittarius. Okay, Martina, watch out. Yeah, I know, but I have to pull cards, honey. Okay. So this is going to be very interesting. This is going to be very very interesting. Okay. We'll see how this goes. I may have to do this in phases, but she seems to be quite comfortable. So we'll see. So, okay, a card just fell out. So this is visualization. This is the fairies deck. I don't know if you can see that visualization. I think there's a glare from the window. Okay, Martina. So let's see what this. Okay, Martina, you're gonna have to go. Come on. Okay, if you can't behave, you're gonna have to go. You can't pushing things around. Unless you're gonna change sides. Okay, visualization. And it says, let me see. Let me just switch my orientation a little bit. There's a glare from the window. That's a little better. And it says, your clairvoyance, your dreams, and the pictures in your mind's eye are becoming more clear. Sorry. Are becoming more clear and powerful. This card asks you to trust and to develop your visual skills and to use them in conscious manifestation. So this is the time for manifesting underneath the full moon cycle. We know this is a very psychic time globally, 2025 and 2026. So lean into your inner vision, right? Not this exterior vision, your inner vision. Great card to start. I'm sorry. Martini has pushed everything around. We have now the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck, and we'll pull a card from here. So visualization, and that's a technique we use in meditation. Cards just come out. Bast, independent. You are independent. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. So leaning into the independence. So you may be getting some dreams or some intuitive or psychic hits and information about your independence, about moving into independence or finding your inner strength. And this says, like the cat, you're fiercely independent. Martini. Yet you also need affection and playful companions. Now is the time to balance your social interactions with solitude. While you may ask others for their opinions, ultimately you must make your own decisions. Your freedom and independence are top priorities, so ensure that these characteristics are nurtured. So nurturing the things that you need, right? We all need independence. And we also need community. So, very interesting. So let's just pull cards for the general collective. Some tarot cards, and let's just see what pops out. And this is, what deck is this? The Light Seers deck. And we'll see what cards, what do we need to know about this Sagittarius full moon? The strawberry moon. And it is strawberry season where I am at. So, yeah. So I think the moon will have like a pink haze to it. So, yeah. If you are out and about tomorrow night, go out and take a look at the big full moon. Although energetically, we can probably feel it now. Those full moons, their energy is quite strong several days beforehand. Sorry, I have a cat here. Martini. Okay. So I'm just going to cut the deck because nothing's popping out. So we'll just take the cards as they are. The root of the deck is King of Pentacles. Independence, right? Strong card for independence. So let's see. We have the Sun. Of course we do. We're going into the summer solstice. 5 of Cups, Justice. Two major arcana so far. 4 of Swords. So that's about that nurturing yourself. The Fool, new beginnings. 2 of Cups. 10 of Swords, getting out of, and Page of Wands. Okay, so that's 9 cards. I think that's enough. So the Sun, right? So allow this energy to illuminate your dreams for you. Your dreams that you have at night, but the dreams that you carry in your heart and soul that maybe you haven't brought into fruition. The things that you've been stepping away from, or allow the sun to illuminate what is in your way. And it could be for some of us that letting go can feel like a loss. If we change the way we do things, if we move in a different direction than our collective community or our friendships or our families, we may feel a sense of isolation, because we're moving and evolving to a higher, our next level, and others are not. So there could be a sense of feeling alone, like feeling misunderstood, right? And that's part of it. And that can incite some fear. That can incite some anxiety, and that can incite even drama, right? So, yeah, so just take a look at what is being illuminated for you. Is it like you're ready for something new? And it doesn't have to be a big new thing, it can be something small, but even the smaller things, right? It's a little scary. But you know what? Like, there's justice, and we have the Four of Swords. So it's time for balance and harmony. And if you're spending, which we have the Ten of Swords coming up, if you're spending a lot of mental calories trying to figure out, should you do the next thing or should you not, or what step you should take, take a moment, take a break, step back from the situation. I'm always a big fan of telling you to meditate. And meditation is not a big, long, drawn out thing. It's 2 or 3 minutes, just closing your eyes and slowing down your breath. That's it. Give yourself time and space to get clear, to gain the clarity that you need to move. Okay, independence. The King of Pentacles is the most independent one here. He has worked, he has done the things that other people are not willing to do to create the life that he has dreamed of, to have full independence and autonomy of his life. Maybe he listened to his intuition. Maybe he saw the bigger vision in his mind's eye, and he has worked for it, even though there were times where he felt like he was on his own in this journey. He knew things would balance out. He took the time to rest when he wasn't sure which direction to take, or when he was doing too much. He knew when it was time to release the thoughts that held us back. The Fool, right? New opportunities. There's an opportunity for a lot of us to go into a completely new direction in our life, almost to start a brand new life. Something that's unfamiliar to us. But here's the thing, right after that comes the Two of Cups. So that tells me that there's someone coming in to help you out. Now, it could be a love situation or just a kindred spirit, which it could just be a friend that you really a new friend that you make, that you really connect with. And so maybe you're starting a yoga class and you've never done it before, right? And you're feeling like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm trying to wrestle with my thoughts, and I'm being guided to this new thing. And maybe you make a friend there and they kind of show you the way or show you the ropes on how to get there. And in doing so, you're going to realize that it was probably yourself that has been keeping you from your dreams, from your independence, from listening to your mind's eye, or from seeing the big picture, right? The big picture. A lot of us, we're going to find out that we are our own blocks. So in shadow work, like, how does that work? It's just recognizing it first and then taking the next step, and that would be cards. This form of independence, whatever that means for you, most of us have been blocking ourselves, and we're coming to that realization because we're believing something, forever society's been telling you how things should be, but society is not really right. And I say that all the time. Don't listen to society. They're going to take you down a bad path. And then you're going to end up like everyone else. And you're going to be working very, very hard for absolutely little to nothing and you haven't had the opportunity to enjoy life or embrace your freedom or to find your independence or to follow your clear vision. So don't listen to that. Listen to this. Listen to this. See the vision. It looks like a little fairy. And it looks like some mountain cliffs here, right? Like a cliff over here. And in the full card, it's like in the vision, you can see yourself standing on the edge of this cliff, waiting for a new opportunity, ready to take the next step into something unknown. You see that? How that kind of comes together? Once you start to realize that, then you start to find joy in life. Joy in yourself, joy in the everyday. And the stuff that you thought you were going to be missing out on, you'll realize that you miss out on if you start. Let me say that again. You'll realize that what you thought you were leaving behind was something you're missing out on was the very thing that kept you from missing out on joy, on happiness, on trusting the journey, on leaning in to your intuition, for being your independent, badass self. Interesting reading, everyone. Interesting reading. Let's pull a card from the Divine Abundance Oracle deck to close this out. And then I will go into each individual sign for a tarot card and just see what it holds for you personally. And again, it's just going to be one card. One sign, no, one card. So this is what this full moon in Sagittarius holds for you, right? And of course, Sagittarius, they are the adventure seekers, right? They are the ones who just crave inspiration and fun and joy and passion. They are completely unbridled. So of course this is going to come up. So your card is invite help. Invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready, God. Pursue me. You can take that how you want or need to take it based on what you do and do not believe. But generally it's opening up the vision inside of you that you have been closed off to and allowing you to see the clearer picture. So that is the general reading for everybody. So we'll put these away and we will just pull one tarot card for each sign. Let's put these all back. And we will start off with Aries, our first sign. And let's see, let's get all of these put back together here. And I will, you know what, I will use a different deck for that. I will pull out the Wild Unknown Tarot. I'll pull out a completely different deck for each sign individually, just to see how that goes. And the root card, before we even start, is the Sun. We just had the Sun as the first card. And the Sun is here. You are being illuminated. So let the light shine and let it show you, not out of fear or judgment or ridicule, just let it show you where you have the chance to blossom and to grow. And what is in the way of that? Maybe you need more sunlight in general. Getting outside in the sun and enjoying the day. You know. So let's go into Aries. And what does the full moon in Sagittarius hold for our Aries friends? We'll just see if anything pops out. So yeah, sometimes it's good just to switch up the deck. Aries, 9 of Cups. Perfect card, especially as Jupiter is now entered Cancer for a year plus, till like June 29th, I think it is, of 2026. So love and intuition and enjoying life, leaning into all of the good things that make you feel good and help you to feel beautiful and whole and complete. So the Nine of Cups is, a completion of a cycle. A lot of you maybe have been working very hard to let love in, or to love yourself, or to nurture and care for yourself in a different way. And that is starting to show through. People are going to start recognizing this new phase of you. So yeah, just revel in all that work you've done, Aries. This is great. Just, maybe add a couple more shells to this. Like, just doll yourself up and get ready and go out. Okay, Aries, that is for you. We'll go into Taurus. What does this full moon in Sagittarius hold for our Taurian friends? A full moon. Yeah, I said full moon, right? Or did I say new moon? It is the full moon in Sagittarius. Okay, Page of Cups. Again, another water element. So, getting excited about a new relationship. For some of you, this is getting excited about a new relationship. Now, this does not have to necessarily be a love relationship. This could be, we pulled the Fool card, starting a new journey, right? In the collective for everyone. So you could be getting excited about learning something new or going on a new journey. And maybe you're tapping into your intuition or your spiritual beliefs. And maybe something is starting to stir for you, but there's a relationship coming in, and this might be the relationship with yourself that you're really excited to learn about, because you are with yourself every single day, right? Your relationship with yourself is the most important one. That is the one you should be cultivating. So Taurus, I think that you've been cultivating that, and I think you're going to see a lot of great things coming from the work that you've done for yourself. So Gemini, you're still in Gemini season. What does this full moon in Sagittarius hold for our Gemini friends? The oppositional signs, right? The balance of Sagittarius is Gemini, air and fire. That balancing the two things out, or one helping the other when they need it, right? So air can fan the flames of fire, or they can blow it completely out. depending on the relationship, right? But what does this full moon in Sagittarius hold for our Gemini friends? Okay. Queen of Pentacles. So we had the King of Pentacles for the collective. So again, independence, a self-made woman, a woman who is confident in her ability to create what she wants, to create the life that she wants, the home that she wants, and she knows the steps to do it. So you're coming into a big time Gemini. For some of you, this may be a financial windfall coming to you, or unexpected money, or maybe somebody owed you money from the past and it's starting to make its way in. Your life, though, looks like it's going to start getting very comfortable. So the things that you need are starting to make their way into you. So a lot of comfort coming your way, Gemini. So that's for Gemini. Let's go into Cancer. What does this full moon in Sagittarius hold for Cancer now that you are playing with our planet Jupiter for the next year? That's okay, Cancer. You'll be fine. So let's see what this full moon holds for our Cancerian friends. Okay, and you have Page of Wands. So exploring your curiosity, right? Exploring, getting excited about new passions and new offers. I kind of think some of you are going to have invitations like to go on vacation, or to go visit new places, or to be a little more adventurous. And that would come from, Jupiter in your sign now. But I think some of you are going to start exploring things in life in a new way and have opportunities coming to you. So maybe your friend calls you and says, hey, listen, a group of us were going away and this person canceled. Can you want to join us? And it's something that you've never done before or somewhere you've never been before. So I think there's adventure and opportunity coming your way, Cancer. So that's so much fun. So Leo, hello Leo, how are you? My fellow fire signs. Big-hearted Leos, oh, you just gotta love them. You gotta love everybody though, right? Well, you don't have to, but it's a good thing too. Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana. So Leo, you are grabbing the wheel and you're just turning it in your direction. You're Miss Independence, right? You are Miss Independence. You are saying, nah, I am driving the vessel myself. Let me take the wheel of opportunity and turn it in my direction because I have dreams to fulfill. And I know how to get there. So I'm just going to start turning things in my favor. It's excellent. I love it. I love it for you, Leo. So Virgo, what does this hold for our Virgo friends? Our planners of the zodiac, our organizers. I'm telling you, I love Virgos. They like things a certain way, but I'm telling you, they are the organizers. They are the ones who make the lists and make sure everything is on track and make sure everything gets done. Okay, here we go. Ace of Wands. So whenever, and I say this all the time, whenever aces appear, it's an opportunity being presented to you or an opportunity coming seemingly out of nowhere. So Wands is about passion, right? It's a fire sign. So you may start a new hobby or your interest you may start suddenly feel like you're interested in learning about something else or something completely new to you. But and I almost feel like this is an artistic venture for some of you, for some of our Virgo friends. Virgos, they are the list makers, right? They are the planners. They are the organizers, and they can get very analytical. So some of you are going to not necessarily move from the analytical mind, but kind of go in to the playful self and maybe do something without a plan and enjoy that. But I think there's an artistic venture coming for you guys, but there's a new passion for sure on the horizon for our Virgo friends. So go enjoy that passion. Dance underneath the sunlight and have a great time. So who do we have next? Is it Libra, right? Libra. How are our Libra friends? This is our second air sign of the zodiac. So what does the Sagittarius full moon hold for our Librans? Queen of Wands. Okay, we had the Queen of Pentacles, now Queen of Wands. Definitely, like in the independent adventurer. You are the one that kind of leads and kind of lead people, not necessarily astray, but from the regular path onto a new adventure. So you are just owning life, Libra. You are on your own adventure and you're living life on your terms. I mean, this card came out for somebody last time. And look, I mean, she's kind of leading the way. And people are, of course, these are the cattle. But like, she's the leader. She's following, and they're following her because she is lit up by what's inside of her, by this passion and desire to have beautiful life experiences. So she's out there having a great time, enjoying life, following her intuition. So Libra, great job for you. Have a fabulous one. Own that queenship, right? Scorpio. How is Scorpio doing today? How is Scorpio doing underneath this full moon in Sagittarius? It might make Scorpio feel a little uncomfortable. But here we go. Look, you had two cards come out, Scorpio. So I will give them to you. Judgment and Knight of Wands. So Scorpio is associated with the death and rebirth card, right? Card number 13, and this is Friday the 13th coming up this Friday. Scorpio can be sometimes the scorekeeper, right? A little bit of punishment sometimes in our Scorpion friends. But here, look, you're kind of letting a new element of yourself shine through. Maybe not being quite so serious, or maybe not being quite as sensitive, because we know our water signs can be really sensitive, and that's a good thing. But maybe you're starting to explore a more playful side of yourself. Maybe you're starting to go on an adventure and just like see where it takes you, and not being worried about having to control the situation. So getting out of your comfort zone, Scorpio. I think this is what this full moon in Sagittarius is holding for you, because you're releasing whatever has kept you from showing everything that you want to embrace. So maybe you wanted to embrace some adventure and you haven't been, but I think adventure is calling you. I just love this. A man in a boat with his puppy. Puppy's looking back. Enjoy the adventure, Scorpio. Have a great time. Okay, Saggy, this is your full moon. So what does this hold for our Sagittarian friends? So let's see. What does this full moon in Sagittarius hold for our fire signs, right? Our last fire sign, Temperance, and your own card came out. This is a card for Sagittarius, is Temperance. And so is the Wheel of Fortune, by the way. So that need for balance, right? Saggies, you can get out of control, and I'm speaking from experience. We can get overly excited or overly impassioned about things, which is a good thing, because sometimes there's nothing stopping you. But sometimes you have to kind of balance out the situation. Is this the best way to move in this direction? Maybe not necessarily is this the best direction to go, but is this the best way to do it? So coming out as yourself, Saggy, in your own full moon is just incredible. That need for balance, and that need, because this is an archangel, that need, again, the first card that we pulled was visionary. Leaning into that intuition and letting that guide you. Maybe letting go of the need to be impulsive, to be a little impatient, and temper that. Because temperance, right? If it's tempering things, balancing that is with the bigger picture. You are very independent. The King of Pentacles is a completely self-made, independent person. So in order to get there, that's not something you can rush. You have to temper and balance things out and take your time and see the path. Let it unfold for you instead of you burning your way through it. A little patience, Sagittarius. And things are coming out. Again, you pulled your own card. This is crazy. But it is, right? This is how it happens. Capricorn. How's our Capricorn friends today? Right away. And again, Queen of Pentacles. But of course, why wouldn't the Capricorn pull the Queen of Pentacles? Because she is the Queen of Pentacles. Capricorns are considered the royalty in the Tarot. That's just how it is. And in astrology, they are considered royalty. And of course, Miss Independence, right? Miss Independence, she followed her psychic vision. Although she's an earth sign, she knows how important it is to utilize all of the elements that we are born with: earth, air, fire, and water, and all of the gifts that those elements hold. So she's followed her vision. And that vision and her need for independence has allowed her to create that independent life. She is self-sufficient. So great job on here, Capricorns. Again, Money may be coming to you. A couple of you are going to have some money coming out of nowhere. It's just going to be something you forgot about, something that's coming your way, something completely unexpected. So, Capricorn, and enjoy that bounty. Enjoy that. You've been working very hard. And we go into Aquarius. How is Aquarius today? What does this full moon in Sagittarius hold for our Aquarian friends? Okay. Oh, Seven of Cups. So opportunities, choices, and dreams. And our Aquarians are the alchemists, right? Oh, you have two cards that came out. Look at this. I did not see the second card. So dreams. You've got a lot of passions and a lot of interests that are kind of pulling at you right now. So you get to choose which one of those passions you allow yourself to dream into. Or maybe you dream about all of them and you decide what order they come out. But you are now the creator of your own life based on the dreams and passions and desires that have been stirring within you. You've got a lot of energy, Aquarius. There's a lot of opportunity opening up for you. So be guided with this passion, but take a moment, use your intuition to allow those dreams to come into fruition. They're coming in very strong for you. But allow yourself to slow down a little bit. I know you're an air sign. So, air tends to get a little fast sometimes, just kind of like our fire signs. So take a moment and slow down. Lean into your intuition. And those dreams are going to start to manifest very quickly for you. And last but surely not least, our beautiful Pisces friends, our patient ones. I told you my oldest one, my firstborn, she's a Pisces, and she is so patient. She keeps me grounded because I'm the fiery one. she kind of calms me down a little bit, So Pisces, what does this full moon in Sagittarius hold for our Pisces friends? Yeah. What is this for you? Okay, here we go. The Emperor. Talk about like rising to the top, right? You're not playing small at all. And I think Pisces, because they're the last sign of the zodiac and they've had to be patient, a lot of you have been doing work behind the scenes, I feel like, that nobody has seen, that you haven't talked about, that you haven't been sharing with anyone. And then all of a sudden you appear, you're like the Emperor, like the grand poobah of leadership, right? Of not creation, but creating and manifesting your life, of holding the big vision. This is holding all of the elements that you were born with and putting them into play to your benefit, because you have the Seven of Pentacles and then you have the Ten of Pentacles. So whatever it is, Pisces, that you've been doing behind the scenes, that you've been doing on your own, by yourself, that you haven't been sharing with anyone, you're going to be able to share those things now because you have a bounty coming your way. You have mastered whatever it is you've been working on. You've been very diligent. And again, our water signs can be they come off as secretive, but they're very private. They share when they're ready to share. And you are coming out leaps and bounds ahead of everybody, Pisces. Everyone's going like, wait, what? How did that happen? How did Pisces all of a sudden just rise to the top? Because they kept it in. I said that, I think, at the beginning of the reading for the collective. If you're working on something, maybe not share it with everyone. Keep it into yourself until you're ready. And Pisces, you are ready. You're ready to rise to the top. You have worked very, very hard. And you have a big payday coming your way. And for a lot of these are signs, right? There's big opportunity and big expansion. And it's there if you choose to accept it. Mission impossible. your mission, if you choose to accept it. But here's the thing, we have choices. You can choose to accept the gifts and the growth and the prosperity and the abundance and the love and the joy and the happiness if you want. But to do that, you have to pull away from the things that are not that. And if you want to stay tethered to the things that are not that, my shirt keeps changing here, and you have that chance, that opportunity, right? You can stay to the things that are keeping you small. Or you can step out and say, okay, what do you hold for me? What was the card here? Like God pursue me or something like that. Like if I'm ready. Where did the card go? Oh, it's in here somewhere. But it was like calling on God. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Pursue me. Open me to my gifts. I'm ready to receive in the life that you created me to live. And I'm ready to put it out there into the world. Or you can choose not to. But this is the thing. Sometimes you'll be pushed into things because you're done what you've been doing. It's time for you to move on to something bigger and better. So embrace this energy, everyone. You can either fight it or you can go with the flow. You can embrace it and say, I don't know where this is going to. Every day I wake up and I say, good morning. I'm grateful for the day, and I woke up today and I have at least another day on this earth. And I say, today's going to be a great day, even if it's going to be a hard day, right? Because I have those hard days. And I always say, I believe in myself. And I am open to receiving. So maybe you just open up your arms and just say, I am open to receiving. And maybe there's something, a divine source or a higher power that knows better than me what I need right now and what I should be doing. That's it. Okay, everyone, happy full moon in Sagittarius. I will be back. I will be doing a big reading for the summer solstice. I'm going to do a 3-month reading for each and every sign. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet, if I'm going to do each individual ones or if I'm going to break it down into the elements like I normally do. That's going to be a 3-month reading. But this is for your full moon in Sagittarius. Go manifest that life. Get rid of anything that's not working for you. It's done. Let it go. Let it go. When you let go, you make space for something new. Hey everyone, sending you light and love, and I will see you in the next one. Have a fabulous full moon.